Did you hear that Colin Trevorrow has been fired from directing Star Wars Episode 9?
No. It's not true.
That this year's summer box office was the worst in over 10 years?
You sure you know what you're doing?
What about the horror flick It, set to become a massive critical and box office success? No? We've got you covered. Welcome to the CineFiles, a weekly show where we zoom in on the most buzzworthy news Hollywood and the indie scene has to offer. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Number 3. Colin Trevorrow fired from directing Star Wars Episode 9.
The Force will be with you, always.
Not with Colin Trevorrow anyways. After months of rumors surrounding him and the project, Lucasfilm and Trevorrow mutually chose to part ways, but sources close to the project insist that the relationship between Trevorrow and Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy had turned sour.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Problems surrounding Trevorrow's Star Wars script kept popping up in the media, and intensified when his drama The Book of Henry bombed both critically and theatrically in June.
Oh yeah.
These issues eventually led to the hiring of writer Jack Thorne to doctor and change the script. Lucasfilm hasn't been playing around with their Star Wars stories, as Kennedy previously fired 21 Jump Street directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller from the Han Solo project, and even rushed Tony Gilroy onto the Rogue One set to replace Gareth Edwards and direct massive reshoots. No replacement has been announced for Episode 9, but sources say The Last Jedi's Rian Johnson is Lucasfilm's choice.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, director.
Number 2. 2017 summer box office, the worst in over a decade. Hollywood is hoping fall and winter bring in some dough, because summer 2017 was the summer of blockbuster busts.
You people have issues.
Finishing at $3.8 billion, the season marks the worst summer at the movies in over 10 years according to data compiled by analytics company ComScore. With a 14.6% decrease in revenue compared to last summer, we'd have to go all the way back to 2006 to find a comparably low summer season, whose total reached $3.7 billion.
Amazing.
2017 summer season is especially bad considering these numbers aren't adjusted for inflation, nor do they take into account the rising cost of tickets. While films like Wonder Woman, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Dunkirk all performed admirably, the majority underachieved in the US. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, and Valerian were disastrous busts, and tentpole titles like Transformers: The Last Knight and Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales earned much less than what their predecessors did.
I'm so sorry, were you still talking?
Award season looks like the studio's last hope.
Our destiny is in your hands.
Before we get to our final pick, here are a couple new releases.
I'm Alice.
Hey, Alice.
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 Alice, please stop avoiding me. Alice, look at me for a second.
Number 1. It movie on its way to become a massive smash. Get those balloons ready and start the celebration. Critics have seen the highly anticipated Stephen King adaptation, and many of the reviews are positive.
I saw something.
The clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
Andy Muschietti's It has earned an 89% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a tremendous start for the horror film, as many Stephen King adaptations struggle to truly capture the iconic writer's vision, case in point being the recently panned Dark Tower, which holds an abysmal 16% RT score.
There are no gunslingers. Not anymore.
The film has drawn comparisons to other King adaptations, most notably Stand By Me for its mature subject matter and coming-of-age themes. The success doesn't stop there for It, as the film is set to become a box office monster, breaking the record as the biggest horror film pre-seller of all time, surpassing Paranormal Activity 3 according to Variety.
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers.
The film is set to make $60 million when it premieres Friday. Oh yeah, and it is only the first installment of a 2-part duology, so the scares are just beginning. Enjoy our entries? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.